Australia to me is a multicultural nation in which are very accepting of all cultures no matter the circumstance, and this is why I interviewed my grandmother Helen to share part of her story. Helen Waymeyer was born on the 24th of June 1938 in a small village called Krinja in Yugoslavia. Despite Helen being born in what is now known as Croatia, her parents were German. This meant that the German culture had strong presence within her childhood home and influenced her upbringing. In 1944, whilst Helen's father was away at war, her family was placed into a prisoner of war camp due to invasive circumstances. Helen spent 6 months of her life within the camp until her father broke them out. After some years, Helen's father applied to migrate to Canada or Australia after deciding the living conditions in Europe were unfavourable for his family. In 1955, a letter of acceptance to move to Australia was returned. Helen travelled by ship along with thousands of others heavily dominated by people from Germany. In Australia, Helen has worked a hard life in occupations such as a bakery, owning a restaurant, and cleaning schools. This was whilst her husband Heinz Waymeyer, another migrant from Germany, became a mechanic. Australia has become and continues to be a diverse multicultural society which accepts a vast majority of cultures, all of which have influenced modern day life. This trend is expressed through the Australian census, revealing that 24.6% of people were born overseas in 2006, 28.2% in 2015, and 28.5% in 2016. Australia recognises the celebrations and festivities of the different cultures and allows the practice of these traditions to be carried out, such as the Chinese New Year and Germany's Oktoberfest. Australia encourages the practice of multiple religions, including Hindu, Islam, and Buddhism. Places of worship have been built for these religions to allow these cultures to practice their religion freely. Australia has made significant progress since the First Fleet times, where outside cultures were not accepted due to a White Australia policy. Since then, Australia has amended this policy and widely accepts people from all nations and cultures to be participating citizens within schools and their communities. The German culture have had a vital part in contributing to build Australia as a nation. In fact, all cultures and contributing citizens within our multicultural nation are the driving force that keeps the Australian economy afloat, such as Helen, who spent most of her life working in Australia. The food industry has also benefited from the introduction of German culture, with delicacies such as bratwurst, liverwurst, and the famous chicken schnitzel, which is found in almost every pub or club across Australia. The occurrence of World War II and the Holocaust has influenced both Australia and the world, changing the view on war worldwide. This occurrence plays a major part in our military history and is taught in schools nationwide. The impacts of the Holocaust exemplify the unity of Australia. Helen's story, along with many others who immigrated from Germany, is one of great acceptance. Australia willingly allowed thousands of people to enter its country only 10 years after one of the greatest wars in existence. This action by the Australian government cements the acknowledgement of different cultures within our country. Helen's story is a great example of how cultures such as Germany has dramatically impacted Australia and turned it into a multicultural nation for me.